Okay, so I want to talk about a couple things. The first thing I want to do is show you how to get the new Teaching Machines sites page into your wiki so that you can use that. And then I want to talk about the difference between that page in using that page versus using the conversation clubs and what the strengths and weaknesses of each might be. First, let's show you how to get that page into your site. So if we just create a test site here, you should still have this things you must do page on your site. If you go to that, you'll see this announcement, Teaching Machines page is up. And if you go down here, just fork it to your site. And then once you've done that, if you don't have, you may already have this link on your page, in which case just click that link. If you don't have that link, just add a link to Teaching Machines sites. And it's that simple. And what you'll notice is when you click it, all these things start to spin, and it starts loading what we call the sitemaps of each of these sites. And the sitemaps are a list of all the available pages that each of these sites have, along with some other information about updates and things like that. So that's how you get in your site, and you can just pull into your site and you can play with it. One of the things that you're immediately going to ask is, okay, well now I have this in my site. What's the difference between this and conversation clubs? The answer is they both have their strengths and weaknesses, and you should use whatever you like to use. I will tell you what I do. What I do is if I want to very quickly see what is new on the site, I go to conversation clubs because I don't have to wait for all those sitemaps to load. I also go to it if I want to see what the differences are between documents. If I want to compare documents, because it has this multiple document interface, I can very quickly, if I hit shift and hover, I can see pieces I have of this other document and the pieces I don't have. For example, I can see I don't have this paragraph, whereas because both of these highlight, I do have this paragraph. Maybe I want to pull this paragraph over, right? It's going to be easier for me to see that with this sort of interface. On the other hand, if I want to browse the site and both read other people's material and look for opportunities for me to add a page maybe, then I generally load up the neighborhood in this way. I mean, it takes a little while, but I'll go to recent changes and I will start with something. I can immediately see that other people have already created this. And I can look for places where there is nothing. So if we look at, there's a sentences about thing. If we look at here, right, if I'm going through here and I think, oh, well, I'd like to add something on HyperCard, right? We click that link and we can see that multiple people have already written a HyperCard. And maybe we just want to fork that in. Whereas if we go to guide, we can see that no one actually has written anything on guide and no one has written anything on intermedia. And so maybe that's an opportunity for us to fill in some information. So that's how I use it. If I'm browsing, if I'm in a browsing / adding pages mode, I'll generally load everybody in. If I'm looking just for the newest thing or the newest edits or the newest updates, I'll generally go to conversation clubs. But that doesn't have to be how you'll use it. Those are the two methods. Good luck. Remember to fork in that page and have fun with it.